the ability to impact people, I think, is the bottom line for me. And I get to do that through food. And food is love.
Food is love. Toast Meets Jam, and we are an interview series with millennial female founders, and today the founder that I'm talking with is Marlene Bernstein. And she is the founder of Savour This Kitchen, which hits near and dear to my heart because I love to cook. I love a good sauce and I love a good spice. And that's kind of right up your alley. So I'd love just to start there, and maybe you can explain what Savour This Kitchen is, what you do.
Totally. So essentially what Savour This Kitchen is, so we do the catering side, but our main focus are our spice blends and sauces. We have a line of vegan, gluten-free spice sauces, and we have a line of salt-free, sugar-free spice blends. And we kind of came up with these lines because we wanted to make cooking more approachable for people. In general, I feel, especially like as a 20-something, people are starting to cook more and care more about their health, and they don't necessarily know the first thing about cooking. So this kind of is an abridged version for them. You just take the spices, you put them on your protein or vegetables, throw it in the oven, and then you have a meal.
So have you always been good in the kitchen?
No, absolutely not. I wish I could say I was. I'm not like one of those 5-year-olds who's like, I've been cooking since I was 5 and I'm so good at this. No, it wasn't like that at all. I actually started cooking when I was studying abroad in Italy.
Okay, was that in college?
Yes, it was during college, and I was studying photography at the time, and we had this little kitchenette, and you know, I couldn't really afford to eat out in Italy. So I'd go to the market and I'd combine things like, you know, grape juice and pineapples, and it would taste disgusting. But like that was the beginning of it. And slowly I found out about flavor combinations and developed my own sort of style. And I think the Italian Mediterranean backdrop really set the tone for me and for my personal style as a chef.
So when you came back and you graduated, did you pursue film and business, or were you at that point even thinking, hey, kind of like food, I'm getting into that?
Yeah, good. That's I get that all the time. Essentially, my story was, and my best friend always laughs at me for this, but I was going on a series of interviews, one of which was for a talent agency, and the question I got was, to what extent are you willing to go in order to make this work? Like, you know, how many hours are you willing to commit? You know, and at the end of the day, I was like, this is not what I'm really passionate about. Like, I don't want to
film.
Yes, I don't want to give all of myself to this. So I told them answers like, I love knitting, and I just totally.
No, you didn't.
I did. I was like, I totally botched the interview. I was like,
did you do it on purpose?
I did. Well, I hope I wouldn't tell them like knitting are my hobbies.
And if you had like a freak out moment and just
knitting, yeah. I like to think I'm a little bit more quick on my feet, but no, I purposefully botched the interview. Like at that point, I was just having fun with it, and it was like that moment that I finished looking for those sort of jobs, and I found just any sort of job at the time for just a year, just to kind of, I don't know, just find my way.
Yeah.
And so I worked as a receptionist for a year. It was completely miserable. And then I got like a part-time job in like PR, and then I did event planning for a while. And then I was, you know, just on the internet, and I saw an ad for Le Cordon Bleu. I'm like, you know what?
Was this like late at night?
Nope, this is at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. 12 o'clock in the afternoon, I was at my other job, and I'm like, you know what? I love food so much. Like, what do I need to do in order to have a career in it? And like for me, I felt like I needed a foundation. So I was just surfing, and the next week I went in, I signed up, and it was done. Just like that. And I started like a week later.
Decision made.
Yeah.
So when you came out of culinary school, was your first instinct like, okay, now, like, did you know you were going to start Savour This Kitchen?
I started it halfway through culinary school.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. So
busy woman.
Well, you know, I just didn't want to waste any more time. I was 25 at the time, and I knew that I wanted to start a business at that point. And I reached out to my brother, who was still at CSUN. CSUN. And he was almost done. He was a senior. He was about to graduate. And I told him, I was like, listen, Mike, I think we should start a catering company. That's what we need to do. And he's like, Marlene, let's do it.
Really? He's totally on board.
I don't know what he was thinking.
Like the very beginning.
Oh, yeah.
Is he as passionate about food as you are?
Absolutely not.
Okay, so what was the secret there?
I think, being the older sister, perhaps I just had some sort of the ability to kind of like sway him in that direction.
He's like, she's older and wiser.
Yeah, let's just go on this path together. And I convinced him, like, we don't necessarily need a ton of startup cash. Like, let's just start this business and see where it takes us.
So when you first got started, you started as a catering company.
Yes.
And you were talking about the need to be flexible and kind of iterate and adapt. And so you guys have actually done that a little bit too, because you first started as a catering company and then you came out with this line of sauces and spices. And how did that idea come about?
That is all my brother.
Really?
That's him.
So it's good to have two heads?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You see, I creating a dressing line was always something I wanted to do. That was actually one of the first things I kind of mastered, was making salad dressings, excellent salad dressings. If I do say so myself. And
I might consider myself a master chef.
In salad dressing, which isn't necessarily something to brag about, but I love salad, so it works out great. So essentially, he approached me because, obviously, I shouldn't say obviously, we get everything from the farmers markets every week.
All of your ingredients.
All of our produce.
Is that like a very key decision you made about the business? Like, we're going to be a business that only uses local farm fresh ingredients. That's what's going to set us apart?
It wasn't even like that. I mean, farm to table is obviously very in at the time, but I was just getting so inspired by going weekly to the farmers markets and discovering all this great produce that you can't find in markets. And at that point, I was just like, I want to do this. This is the type of chef I want to be. And I've always had this sort of lean towards very healthy sort of cooking, very Mediterranean style, because that's the way I was raised. And it kind of just fell suit. So
sort of like you embodied in your cooking.
Yeah.
You're like, I like this.
Yeah.
This makes sense. That's important though, because it's like you have to really love what you're doing.
Yes.
And in order to really love it, it has to be things that you personally love to do.
And I really think that the best food is fresh food, like fresh produce that doesn't require like a lot of tweaking. Like it really should be about highlighting the ingredients, and I think that's what makes for the best food. And that's what I wanted to produce. And if it doesn't work for someone, that's okay. Like, you don't have to love my food, not an issue. I totally respect that because everyone's palate is different.
Yeah.
But for me, that's what I wanted to do, and that's the sort of chef I wanted to be.
When you're taking time off from the business, what are you doing?
Farmers market.
I think that considers itself a break if you're there for.
Yeah, for me, but it's very therapeutic for me to walk through the farmers markets. But aside from that, I love dancing.
You love dancing, okay.
We'll hit a dance class, and I will just shake it off like Taylor Swift style,
Okay, so if like the Marlene was a dance, what would that look like?
I mean, it would be super energetic. There would probably be a lot of like twerking and like hands up in the sky and like just free motion, just like going with it.
Just freestyle.
Freestyle.
Maybe it would change seasonally.
Yeah, maybe I would. The colors of my shirt. It'd probably be sequined. That's probably what it would look like.
Just vibrant.
Yes, very vibrant, very loud. I'm here. Can't miss me. Jazz hands.
I think I would like to see you at a day rave.
It would be awesome.
I mean, I forget. Did you say you've been to one?
I have not been yet.
Okay.
I am dying to go.
You have to come to Venice. We do them and do it before work.
Yes.
It's fantastic. Like, you get full costumed up.
I mean, can I wear a tutu?
You can wear tutus. You wear tutus. You wear sequins.
I really want to wear sequins.
You can whatever makes you happy. Whatever makes you happy, and just go for it. Coffee, juice. It's just good.
Yes.
It's good stuff. So when you need a break,
I might just do that.
Come on.
Very soon.
So besides being able to have balance, taking time out to dance,
yes,
like release your creativity, what other traits do you think have made you really successful?
Successful. Obviously, perseverance is a big one. You can't lose sight of your dream because things get hard. They do. And it's not all roses all the time. And you have to realize that and really come to terms with that and understand what that means. And if you can power through it, like really power through it and hold on to that, and if it means enough to you, then you will be successful. And for me, that's what I hold on to. Because, you know, for me now, it's almost 4 years in our business.
That is perseverance.
And there have been so many highs, but there have been some lows. And there are moments where you wonder, like, what am I doing with my life? And then I think you just ground yourself and you're like, all right, let's get back to the day. Let's do this. So next. Next. Thank you.
No time to wallow.
No.
Sorrow.
There's none of that. You could have your little cry. You could like let it out. That's healthy. Crying is so healthy.
Crying is healthy.
Yes. It feels really good. Sometimes they're the happy tears, most of the time it's the sad tears. You're like, why? I'm making sauce. It's like 1 a.m. Like, we did that once until 4 a.m. We had an event at 8 a.m. the next morning, and I'm just like, okay. There's no one on the freeway. The one advantage. Excellent.
Yes. It's like things about LA you can celebrate.
Yeah.
The highway's free. It doesn't matter. It's like the middle of the night. You're like, I got it.
I got this.
I got it.
Home in 20 minutes. You can never say that. Not in LA.
Best night ever.
Guess what I did?
Yeah.
No traffic.
No traffic. Okay, so then what does success look like for your business and for you? Where are you going? Where can we expect to see you go?
So as a business, I think what we would like to see is our spices and sauces on a larger scale. So we want to see it in more stores. We want to get into like the Whole Foods and stores like that. I think that's a really big goal for us. And hopefully, I really want to change people's lives with spices and sauces. Let me change your life.
I will say I had some of your sauce and it was pretty life-changing. It was pretty good.
Then I should just go home now.
It was pretty good. Okay, do you want some honest feedback?
Yeah.
Like what would change my life?
Yes, tell me.
So I've found that no one has figured out how to properly dress a sweet potato fry. Like what do you dip it in? The regular French fry has ketchup. It's like a total no-brainer. Every time I eat a sweet potato fry, I'm like, you know.
Want something else.
Like I freeze. I don't know what to reach for. I'm like, do I reach for the ketchup, the mayonnaise, or the mustard?
What do I do?
I never know what to do, and every time I ask myself, I'm like, is someone gonna just develop the ketchup of the sweet potato fry? You do that.
Okay, I will work on that.
Lives changed.
I'm going to work on that.
Maybe that little nugget, you could just take it home.
Yes.
Sit on that one.
You know what? I appreciate that. I always love a challenge. That is huge for me. I'm really going to enjoy that.
I think it's life-changing.
I think it just might be for me. Anytime.
Anything that you know now that you wish you would have known when you were first getting started?
Oh my gosh, how much money it takes to run a business.
Like the brutally honest answer, like it's expensive.
It is very expensive.
So expensive.
It is. And especially in the food industry, it takes so much money to run a business, and there's so many agencies you have to work with, which is a good thing. It's fine.
Like that whole keep the food healthy.
Yeah, like making sure that it's within the not in the temperature danger zone. Totally am for that.
Whatever.
Okay, guys. No, and that's all important. But I think that I had no, and it's so funny because I had my friends' parents and tell me, oh Marlene, like you don't want to start your own business, like you're never going to be able to survive. And I told my brother, I was like, you know what? Screw it. Let's do it. I don't care. And
so totally the that's what you have to do though, because I think everyone would be like, oh, it's crazy. Like
yes. Well, and
hard.
I feel as though when I was a teenager, I never had that rebellious phase.
Yeah.
Like I never got to be a rebellious child. Like I was always like, do really well in school, like super on top of things. Yeah. So I never had to really got to do that. So when I started my business, I was like, rebel yell, like look at me, like
my rebel yell is I'm going to be successful and do something really productive with my life.
Great. No one can tell me otherwise. Watch me do this.
That's the least rebellious thing you can do. I'm going to go make something of myself, and nobody can stop me, even though you're telling me I can't. It's like, yeah, okay. That's like reverse psychology, like to its best. Like, yes. Okay, fine.
You go. You go do that.
Don't let me stand in your way. I mean, that's honest, though. I mean, it's true, though. So you got to be willing to do that. Yes. Like, if you really want to go for it, you got to, put your money where your mouth is.
And realize the sacrifices. Like, remember that when you're starting a business, everything falls on you. So there is no person you could be like, oh, hey, can you go do that for me? No, that person is you. Taking out the trash, doing the dishes, running errands for you, writing the emails, dealing with the bankers, doing your taxes, all of these things that you're doing on the regular, all you. So huge time commitment. You will probably not have a social life. Your friends will hate you because you're never around. Your family will think that you died or got a very serious boyfriend. But it's not. It's neither of those.
I think it's one or the other. Either she's died or she's in a very committed, loving relationship.
So one or the other.
We're not sure, but
we hope she's
like, where are you from?
Where am I from? I'm from the Valley.
Oh, you're from the Valley. Okay, because I'm not from California, so it would have just been like she's in California, so we don't know.
She's doing that California thing.
Phones don't exist or the internet isn't a thing. Like we can't figure it out.
Well, because you're at the beach all day.
Yeah, right. I don't know. So she died, or she's in a relationship, or she's in Hollywood
doing something.
Something.
I don't know what, but she's doing that thing.
So, coming to the end here, I like to play this game, where I just get to make you answer lots of questions that are completely not about your business or anything.
Sounds like the best idea ever. I can't wait.
It's just about you.
I hope it asks me what my spirit animal is.
Oh, I don't have that question in here.
You should add that.
Okay, let's start there. Let's just start there.
Okay.
Before we pull out of the jam jar, what is your spirit animal?
See, I didn't have an answer to this. I just thought it'd be really funny if you asked me that, or if I pulled that out.
I've asked it, and it's now.
And now it's a thing.
It's a thing.
Okay, so you know what? Maybe like a white majestic tiger.
Ooh.
Yes.
Why? Okay,
I've always loved them, like as a child. So I feel maybe there was a reason why I was attracted to them always.
Did you like Aladdin?
Oh my gosh, yes.
That was an orange tiger, right?
No, but you're right.
That's it.
Absolutely. It's probably connected. I always thought I was Jasmine.
You look kind of like Jasmine.
Stop it. Stop it. You flatter me. Stop.
But keep going.
I'm going to start blushing.
Keep going.
I do love Jasmine.
Did you ever dress up as Jasmine for Halloween?
I dressed up as I Dream of Jeannie, which is kind of like Jasmine. I did that twice. I wore the same outfit twice. I just really liked it. I did Catwoman once. That was great. It was a great costume. One time I was the Midnight Sky.
I was
like 9.
Were you like in a phase of like I'm creative?
I was just a weird child. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I wasn't like a super artistic child. I mean, I'm creative, but I'm not like super artistic.
That feels very deep.
For a 9-year-old, I mean, I literally wore like all black, which should say something. And then I wore like a giant cutout of like a moon and then stars, and then I put glitter in my hair. Like night sky.
Night sky.
Check it.
I like it.
Thank you.
I like it. Yeah. And I think we have this year's Halloween costume for you.
What is that?
Jasmine.
You're right.
You need to bring it to life.
You're right. I do.
Or your spirit animal.
Or I can wear Jasmine to our workout.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
I can do it.
It would be totally appropriate.
I think so.
I'll be the midnight sky. And if you like day rave and I come as the night, it'll say something. People in Venice will like it.
I feel like I should be the day. If you're going to be the night, I'm going to dress up as the day.
Or you be Jasmine and I'll be your spirit animal to fulfill all your dreams.
You're just being too nice to me right now. I'm like really excited about this moment.
Hint, hint, I'm going home to use your spices. Okay, now let's really play the game.
Okay, let's play the game.
That's a good question, though. So, jam jar of luck. Pull out. It's like this all hand jar.
Okay. Oh, favorite. Okay, favorite Instagram filter. So I don't use the Instagram filters anymore. Now I do the custom.
Ah, you're the second person who's told me this.
Yes, I used to use the filters, but because I shoot a lot of food, I want it to be like really bright and colorful, and I feel that a lot of the filters are more for like that vintagey sort of look, which is fantastic. But for food, it doesn't work as much.
For food, it doesn't work as much. Okay, so this is a point because a lot of people don't know this, and I learned this. Don't use Instagram filters. Kind of why I put the question in there, because I learned it. It's like a secret. You don't use them. Just don't use them.
We don't use
No,
them.
don't use
We
them.
use the custom.
Custom.
I feel like this is fortune cookies. I'm excited. First word that comes to your mind.
Okay, I'm going to say a word.
Oh, okay.
We're just going to go back and forth.
Excellent.
So we're going to start with gypsy.
Oh, spice blend.
Blender.
Coconuts.
Hawaii.
Plumeria. Flowers.
Oh, you stopped me there. I don't even know where to go with that. Plumeria flowers. Is that the pink one?
No, it's the white one with the yellow center.
Little girl. Okay.
Am I doing? Are you
No,
doing? Okay, I was like, I could go. I'm ready. Luau. Okay. That was a fun game. That would be a great icebreaker for parties.
Just walk into a room and yell a word and see who responds.
Yes, absolutely. Are you kidding? It'd be fantastic. I would be so about that. Who's that?
Especially when you're dressed up as Jasmine. There's this girl yelling the word. I go, gypsy!
It's the perfect conversation starter. Why are you wearing that costume / yelling words?
I'm glad you asked, because I have the social spice
I have something for you. It's a gift. Take it with you. Use it wisely.
Okay, let's do one more.
Okay. You are the lucky winner. What's something very few people know about you? I'm a black belt in karate.
What? No way.
As of 12 years old.
Shut up. Do you still have some moves?
Oh, yeah. Do you want to see?
Yeah. I think that's going to be a perfect note to end on. And now we know the multifaceted, talented Marlene.
They're so colorful, so loud.
Now you know about you is that you're a master sauce maker. Apparently, self-proclaimed master sauce maker. You are a black belt in karate, and your spirit animal is a white tiger. I think
I sound so great right now.
So, if you're, that's it. That's all you need to know.
That's all you need to know. I mean, isn't that everything? What else could you possibly need to know?
I think that's a wrap.
My soch?
Yeah.
Just kidding.
And cut.